Yeah, that's why TikTok and Instagram Reels are like popping right now.
I just can't get into both of them. I love consuming the content, but creating it's
Yeah,
like,
TikTok I'll never download.
No?
Reels I'll do any day. I'll do any day for that.
Why not TikTok? It's all video. If you do video, that someone told me that's like, how come you don't make TikToks if you're making videos? It's like it's literally a video platform, but it's like, I don't know. I just don't find.
Same.
You don't like it?
No, I'm not a big fan of the TikTok thing, but the Instagram Reels I do. I've been getting a lot of good attention to that though.
The Reels.
Mm-hmm.
It's I guess things evolve, you know, and then Instagram wants to push the Reels versus like regular posts or stories.
Yeah, I mean, I shot like 3 Instagram Reels in like, a matter of fact, an hour and a half at the gym for a client of mine, and he's like, "Dude, we're done." I was like, "Yeah."
What, you shot those on your camera? Or
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm not shooting it like this. I'm shooting it
vertical.
Yeah, vertical, so I could get the full aspect of it.
Yeah, that's hard because I did see where you were doing that at the 6th Street Coffee event.
Yeah, I was doing that. Everyone's like, "Why are you holding your camera like that? Don't judge me."
No, I did notice. I noticed you were doing that. I was like, okay, he's doing a vertical. It's weird because I've known about you for a long time, but I never like worked with you or like done anything with video.
Well, we're here. I was about to smack the hell out of the table.
That's all. Smack the mic. Nah, it's cool though. Like, cause I've been seeing your work for a long time. So
are we starting it?
Oh, it's been live, bro.
Oh, okay, cool.
My bad.
Oh no, my bad.
Shout out to all the people that've been watching.
Okay.
Just ranting about TikTok. They're gonna be like, damn, this bitch just hates on TikTok for no reason.
Yeah, I do. I'm kidding.
TikTok, the problem I have with it is just like, unless you record it on TikTok, that you don't even get the algorithm benefits. Like,
I know nothing about TikTok, honestly, besides like the cheesy videos that people do that I just get a good laugh on.
But there's so much content on TikTok that's not even, because I know it's like mostly people dancing and doing all those challenges, but I know that you could do tutorials. There's people who do like financial videos. People do tutorials, real estate,
fashion videos. Dom. Yeah, Dom was one who connected me to you.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let's do it.
No, yeah, Dom. He does fashion. There's so much different. Like, if you are a dancer, you want to follow the trends, you could do that, and you'll probably get more traction because that's like what they want to kind of push that stuff. But
yeah,
TikToks. That's what a lot of people like. Even my mom's on TikTok, not like making videos, but watching. She's obsessed with watching.
Oh, okay,
TikTok.
I was like,
she's all TikTok famous, bro.
She's doing all the dances.
She's in Spanish TikTok. That's all like Spanish ones.
Okay.
Her feed is all Spanish ones, and like your feed is different than, you know, like if you have like a brother or nephew, whatever, their feed is gonna be different versus yours. Like, I'm pretty sure if you were to start one, all your feed would be like videos and tips for cameras.
Yeah, that's kind of this on me for Instagram. Mm-hmm. Like on my Explore page are like, oh, look at this camera setup, or look at this. I like Supreme.
Supreme.
Unfortunately,
you're into like the Supreme hype, or what?
I'm trying to stray away from it, but like some Supreme models, I'm like, ooh, I like that.
Do you own a lot of Supreme stuff or no?
No, I sold it all. Right now I only have one Supreme bag, and I just got it. I don't know why. Yeah,
I remember did they blow up because they did like the giveaway of like a bathing suit or something? Or was
that and it's like different collaborations that they have. Like, I remember back then they did a Louis Vuitton bag. Mm-hmm. Recently they did a Nike, and I'm hearing right now they're gonna do like a Supreme and Bathing Ape, which is another streetwear brand. Yeah, like streetwear is the thing that I always adore, like growing up. Like, I'm trying to, like, Roger got me into like wearing his current stuff. Yeah. I know Carhartt is like workforce stuff, but it looks nice. And then I'm starting to get back into Jordans again, which is pretty cool. That's what you're talking about before. So you're really. So okay, let's go back to video because So you do video, you do photos, and you do that as like a hobby. Is that like your business? Or so I mean, I've been taking pictures since I was a kid. Yeah. For the longest time, I had like a Polaroid camera when I was a kid, nice. Printed out, and I was like, yeah, shaking the living hell out of it, like trying to develop it in real time. Yeah, I mean, I had that, and then I would take like a little point and shoot camera to my family get-togethers in Sacramento. I have family in Sacramento. I'm like NorCal, SoCal, here, there during the holidays, but it kind of died out. And then middle school came along. my dad gets me a Nikon point and shoot camera. I know I said I'm a stickler for Canon, but he got me a little Nikon point and shoot camera for a concert. It was one of the old concerts back in like 2011 with Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth, and Anthrax. Yeah, the Big Four. So I was there.
I was there as well.
So I was like, they mistake.
Filming with the potato.
Yeah, and then I still have it to this day.
The footage?
Not the. Maybe it's probably on my Facebook account, but I still have the camera.
The camera.
Yeah, I use it in one of my films for my film classes. Like this camera started everything, and boom, went through like all these like videos that I did. Like I shot artists singing to the shows like Miguel, A$AP Ferg, Gwen Stefani, and J Balvin. But yeah. Going back to the camera thing, like it died out. I got that one. I always had a little point and shoot camera here and there. I'll take it to like my friend's house, go film my friend skating.
Yeah,
I was the big one in the group.
Yeah, skating videos and all that.
I couldn't really do tricks because I was big, so I just like filmed the guys. And then I got into then later on, high school comes around. My junior year, I get back into photography. I join yearbook. Senior year comes along, I get my own camera for Christmas. I get a little Canon Rebel T3i little crop sensor camera, and then from there, my buddy Josh, he's in charge of the Vision Co. or the Vision Collective. Him and his wife Ashley, and he took me under his wing that we were creating at the time. He showed me the ins and outs, how to use it, and I want to I want to turn this hobby into a passion. And soon that passion became a career of mine. So to answer the question you said, was it a hobby? I would say yes. But I turned that hobby to a passion and that passion to my purpose now. And going into the purpose is that I love capturing moments. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
There's so many moments that I could only experience once or twice, to where I'm at a wedding, first kiss, it's never the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm at a concert. Concerts are always different. I tried filming a vlog. That didn't go so well. I realized I'm not really good in front of the camera. I'm like,
you don't like to do videos like of yourself?
No, because when I'm editing, I don't like hearing my voice.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I hear myself too much already.
Yeah.
But I tried doing the vlog thing. That didn't work out. But I'm making videos for clients every other week, if not every week now. Since COVID hit, last year was a big struggle, but now I'm like slowly getting.
Are you full time only video and photo now?
It feels full time. I'll tell you that. But I work at a gym, so that's like my steady income. And then whenever I'm not there, I'm creating, I'm editing, I'm shooting, I'm talking to clients. Hey, can we shoot on this date? No. Let's shoot on this date? No. Like, if I would look at my calendar right now, it's April 17th.
Yeah.
At the end, this last 2 weeks of April, I'm booked to the living crap. Yeah. And it's crazy because I would never picture myself saying that, or even picture myself doing a lot of production like this. And I'm still a one-man army.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that you and I talked about. Like, it's a struggle, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's hard because it's harder to hire more people because it's not stable. Even though, like you say, you get booked, and the more you post, you get hit up by, oh, hey, could we shoot this? Could we do this video? Could we do these photos? But it's like, how could you get your team to grow when then it's like people don't want to do it, or they don't know how to do it? Then
correct.
You're gonna get somebody that knows, and they want to get paid a certain amount, and it's harder to just expand. But let's go back to when you said it's like a unique experience every time. Every single client's different. Every single wedding's different.
Yeah, it's a different experience every single time. No matter if I've shot like so many fitness videos. Yeah. Every single time it's different. I did a music video. Different experience compared to a wedding. Weddings, every single time it's different. From the beginning when the bride is getting ready to the group is getting ready, then we go to the location where the venue's at. That's a whole different experience because you never know what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Even though you know the flow, I personally
give you the list of
correct
the timeline, but everything's
it's different. It changes, good or bad.
Yeah,
honestly.
What's like when you do a wedding film? How do you present like the final work? Do you give them like a 3-minute highlight and then give them all the raw footage? And
So wedding videos I don't do yet.
okay. So you don't maybe people you know? Or?
Yes. So if somebody asks me for a wedding video, I'll hit up my friend Ray or Josh, and they're the totally perfect guys for a wedding video. I'll do the photos. Like for example, I'm subcontracted to the Vision Collective. I'll be the lead photographer while Josh is the lead videographer of that night.
Okay.
Or that day.
Yeah. No. I've done a few weddings. Is mostly I don't want to. Like, I never really market myself because I'm super busy. So I do tile and granite. Like, that's my day job. So
Okay.
Videography is what I do on the weekends, on the evenings. But I'm super busy with work right now because everyone's remodeling. Like, this whole pandemic.
Yeah.
Everyone's buying houses from LA, moving to the Valley and remodeling. People getting stimulus checks and just remodeling. So it's like,
I would.
I have so much of my time in my main job right now. So people even hit me up, and then sometimes it's like, I try to help out most people that if I know them personally, then yeah, I've been doing more work for them. But it's hard, like trying to balance all that.
It is.
And,
it really is because I'm balancing my day-to-day job. I do that Monday through Friday, and then I have my COD classes I'm doing. But the COD classes I'm taking is film classes. So there's also the production outside the class too, and then I do powerlifting on the side. For fun, I compete. So there's my creative, there's my day job, there's school, there's powerlifting, and then I always try to make time for family.
Yeah, of course. You have to do you have like a daily schedule? How do you balance all that? Do you have like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
So
this is my
initially,
working out days, family days.
So Monday through Friday typically looks like I wake up at 6 or 7 in the morning. I do a 10-minute walk. Just clear my head, and then I stretch, and I make breakfast. And then shortly after that, I go to work. I work at the gym. After the gym, I do my powerlifting training. And then that's Monday through Friday. Then right after powerlifting training, I go hang out with family, or I attend my classes. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I attend my online classes at work.
Oh, it's like online? Or
Yeah, so I have my laptop open as I'm like checking in guests. I'm signing people up at the gym. Like, are you in class? I'm like, yeah, don't worry. I'm muted. I remember this one time I wasn't muted. It's like, oh, mute.
Just weight slamming down.
Yeah, just weight slamming down. Someone just yelling. I'm like, oops.
What's like? So you're going to school for film at COD right now, but what's you trying to get into like making films or movies, or what's like your
So
goal right now?
that's funny because we had a discussion about that in my post-production class. So the topic was, if you would get into the film industry is such a broad statement nowadays. If you would get into the film industry, what would you do? And initially, knowing the professors at COD, they want to get us into the actual film production to where it's like Hollywood standards.
Yeah.
My friend Hannah's in there. She's doing like prop management or something like that. She sees this. I'm sorry for the title I just said because I don't know it. But
production assistant, production.
like she does something with props. Like
Yeah.
I saw a Snapchat where she's like in this like warehouse full of props. It's cool. But if I would be in the film production that my professors would think of, I said I want to be a camera op. I love being hands on.
Cinematographer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could be a DP, a DP or even a camera op, that would be like perfect. Because I love being right then and there, right on the scene. Even if I need to learn how to use a whole rig, I don't mind.
Yeah. Well,
But-
it will be all you learn the new systems, and they will teach you, and you will learn along the way.
Yeah, it's a process.
Start as an assistant, learning because the cameras that we use versus the equipment, the cameras, everything they use over there is like it depends on the film too, but it's just completely different. That's cool. I think. I eventually want to do like get into like movies and stuff, but that's like my like long-term plan.
Yeah.
I want to do that in the future.
I mean, I always want to get to doing like short indie films or like short 2 to 3 minute films or even like 15, but it's just so hard to edit a whole 15-minute sequence.
How's your editing like? What software do you use?
I use Premiere.
Premiere?
I'm 100% Adobe. Only thing I don't use is After Effects because it scares me.
Yeah, you just YouTube University, bro. You just gotta watch a couple. YouTube
Exactly. In Premiere, I'm like, how to do this.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Like when I'm editing a video, I'm always I have YouTube open looking for things to, because you never stop learning, especially with video.
Yeah.
Well, I use Final Cut Pro.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so Final Cut Pro.
That's what they want us to use in COD.
Oh, really?
But then I'm like, I already learned everything on Premiere, and I already have the system.
I've had a couple conversations with I met this guy who edits music videos. Like he edited some Justin Bieber music video, Cardi B's Up, or something like that.
Cause it's up and it's up and it's up.
Yeah, he edited that video. He edited some stuff for J Balvin and like he does like crazy like cool productions. He's like, oh, Premiere, like that's what he uses. Then I met this other guy, Chuck Films.
Roughly, yes.
He does Mexican artists, but like top guys, He does like music videos for them, and he said he has a team of 15 people right now. He's from the Valley. His studio's in Coachella. 15 people that work with him.
A whole production team of 15 people.
Yeah. He does like big stuff.
Damn.
He does it all. He does weddings, events, and then he does like music videos and promos. And he was even doing like he was trying to do like a YouTube, kind of like a professional show, like the ones, the cooking shows.
Okay, yeah.
But like high production. I don't know. Someone told me about it. It was like with some artists and some like influencers, and he was producing that. Like he does a lot of work. But
that's what 2 Chainz is kind of doing right now too.
Yeah, everybody's just. I mean, the world and the internet's so big. Like you got to do different stuff and to stay relevant and to just build on your brand. Just got to keep doing different stuff. But yeah, he told me he's like, dude, you got to switch to Premiere. But then it's like I have all my knowledge on Final Cut, and then I also I bought a bunch of presets and a bunch of titles and all kinds of stuff.
use what you're really comfortable with.
Yeah, I just don't want to make the switch for one because. Like I invested all the time and invested the money, and I like it. And it's not like it's a bad software because we were talking about Game of Thrones before the podcast, and all Game of Thrones was done on Final Cut Pro.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know.
So they could do that, and then I could. I mean, it's like you could do anything on Final Cut. So
yeah, I mean, there's a videographer that I follow on social media and YouTube, Daniel Schiffer. He does like amazing.
He's the best.
Oh my gosh.
I know him too, bro.
Oh my gosh, I'm like. Wow.
That's why I bought this right here. I bought a spray bottle.
I didn't realize that.
I got a spray bottle. Oh shit. Let me spray this.
And then spin it.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get into that. And I got a green screen and everything. Like, just to try it out because he makes it seem so cool, like all his commercials.
Yeah, I mean the photographer that I'm like 100% obsessed with is Peter Mckinnon. Mm-hmm. He's I was gonna wear my James Coffee hat, but I gotta support the locals with currents.
I like Peter Mckinnon, but my favorite is Darren Schiffer is my favorite one, or the dude the YouTube channel Make Art Now. Yeah, that dude's crazy, bro. Like he'll do like the craziest setups and like. He'll make everything like super complicated and like things that you never even think they could do with cameras. Like
exactly.
He'll do all custom. That dude's cool. I like.
Yeah, that. I mean, I'm telling you, dude. Ever since I took this career ever since I took my passion seriously and I made it into my purpose. At the end of high school in 2016, I'm about to be 23 in like a week, so I'm still a young cat.
Yeah.
Ever since I took it seriously, I've opened the door to so many opportunities and chances to meet so many people, and just meeting so many people in places I would never think I'll be at. Like I'm blind. I wear glasses. Sometimes I'll be at a wedding venue or I'll be at a location shoot, and I'll just like, this is really happening. Like I'm actually seeing this without my glasses, and this is really happening. There's times where I'll just catch that. I had a friend of mine. He was like, why do you take off your glasses? You're blind. I'm like, this is reality. This is like really happening. Like, dude, like I would never picture myself doing this. People growing up would say, can we cuss?
Yeah.
Okay. I caught myself. I was like,
he's like, our sponsors might not like it. The Horchata Cold Brew sponsors.
Banger. So I mean, like they said that, dude, you're a shit photographer. You're not gonna do well. You're not doing good. Basically, just talking negatively. And then I'll reflect that into literally now. I'm like, dude, I have a camera setup that I would never think of. I'm doing production that I would never think of. I'm meeting people that I would never think of. I shot people that I would never think of. Like growing up, I would listen to A$AP Ferg. Mm-hmm. I would listen to Miguel, and like I'm in the photo pit, just like this is happening.
But and when you talk about every experience is different, you get when you walk in with the camera, and when you don't walk in with the camera, but you get invited to these events.
Yeah.
You're literally at the better than VIP, because you're on the stage, like right below the stage, backstage, taking photos, taking videos. Because I've done some of those things too, like at different like concerts and stuff.
Did you do something just last Coachella?
At Coachella? No, not at Coachella, because I usually go to enjoy it.
Okay.
No, I did. I've done like more Latin stuff. So I did the Latin Grammy after party.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
How was that?
It was crazy, bro. It was like, we got paid to go to Vegas and to film the Latin Grammy after party. So I did 2019. It was like the best year ever. And then 2020, I'm like, man, this is gonna be the year, and then everything got shit.
I think that was where everybody was. I think that's where like everybody was at. Man, 2019 killed it.
Yeah.
2020, let's go.
2020,
and then
boom, your plans.
March came in.
Yeah, and okay, so April 2019, it was the first event. So let me go back. So the way I got hired was because the CV food truck. Do you ever hear about the food truck park in Coachella? Maybe last year, 2019.
Yeah, it was in like a little like
dirt lot.
Yeah, it was in like a dirt lot in Coachella.
Yeah,
it was like a week thing or like a weekend thing.
They did it for like a couple of weeks or so. I don't remember, but we went to the first one. It was back-to-back weekends, so we went to the first one because I went to do a vlog. So I'm like, I'm gonna go vlog. Mm-hmm. That's where I met the owner from this place,
Eric, right?
Eric, yeah. Okay. So I met him there. I did a vlog, and then I shared the vlog with them, and then he was pitching that vlog because on my vlogs I don't make them like about me, like, oh, I'm over here, like every 2 seconds is me. It's like mostly like, oh, I'm going here, and then I like to show the event. Mm-hmm. I like to show. So I took shots of all the vendors, everything, and then he was showing my vlog to other cities, pitching like, oh, we could do a food park. When he pitched like the city of Palm Springs to do it in Palm Springs, he showed him my vlog, like, oh, this is what it is. And it was like community and people like hanging out, families, and like music and stuff. And like, I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I didn't even know he was doing that. And then the second weekend we were filming. It was me and my friend Gato from AR Studios.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was with him because he does mostly photos and I was helping him with video. We were doing a video just because for his friend, he was DJing. So we're like, let's just go take some footage. And we met this dude, and he saw us with the drone and like taking videos. And he's like, oh, man, you guys do good work. And then we send him some samples. Then he hit us up like the week after. It's like, hey, I got a gig. Would you guys be interested to go shoot in Vegas? And we're like, what the fuck? Like, we haven't even met this guy. He's like hooking us up with this gig. And then he's like, yeah, I'll pay. It's going to be, we'll pay for your travel. Like just the gas money because we had to drive.
When the travel is paid for?
Travel, and then he paid for our hotel, and we got paid to go. And then he's like, yeah, it's the Latin Billboard Award after party.
So all basically most all expenses was covered.
Everything was covered.
Oh wow.
So every hotel, everything. So we didn't get paid that much, but it kind of like everything was free, and it's an experience I'd never even imagined in my life. So we went there, and like so it was. The major players weren't there because those guys are having like private parties, like since the after party. It's not the actual Grammys. I mean it was the Latin Billboard, so there was some celebrities there, but like the main ones, they were already like in their own private stuff, They were just doing their own thing. Like when you go to like Drake, where those foods are at, that's like super private. Where they don't even, you don't even hear.
You don't have the address of it.
Yeah, like people don't. Yeah, so it was like, at some nightclub in Vegas, and all we had to do is record the sponsors. They gave us a shot list of sponsors, record this, record that, these red carpet shots, and it was and then I had to do like a little edit. Oh no, that one actually didn't even edit it. I just sent him the raw footage, and then my friend just sent the pictures.
The raw
for
photos?
The sponsor. So it was for Universal Latino.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was for them. They needed to show their sponsors like, oh, there's the footage or whatever. So
yeah.
We just sent it to them. So that was in April. Then in, I think in September, we went to the Latin American Music Awards. That was in Hollywood. It was a club in Hollywood. We went.
So you were going to one to another.
Yeah, well, it was April, then October, and then November was the Latin Grammy after party. And that was in Vegas, and like other photographers on the red carpet. But when we went to the Latin Grammys after party in Vegas, We were the only film crew there, bro. It was crazy.
I'm telling you, people from the Valley are making it.
We were there, bro. Like the only fools from the, you know, like we were just recording. We had somebody on red carpet, and I was inside doing video, and we were doing photos. So we had 2 people doing pictures and video on the red carpet, and 2 people inside the nightclub, recording the DJs, recording everything.
So you had someone at each station, basically, huh?
Kind of just getting shots of both. So it was insane.
I accidentally stopped recording.
On what?
But then I started again.
Oh, okay, it's fine.
Okay. Fine.
It's okay.
Hey, the other cameras are running though.
Yeah, it's connected to it. Hopefully it doesn't die. It's because sometimes, even if it's plugged in, it doesn't keep up. It got to 17%. So
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, we were. It was just a crazy event, and like that moment, I was like, wow, like it's crazy. Like I can't even believe it. You know, it's those experiences I'll never get again. And that was 2019. So 2020, I thought, oh, well, I'm gonna get hired again to do those events, but nothing happened.
Boom.
So
Yeah.
everything got shut down, and then ever since then, it was just like that was like such a high, you know, like being in those moments, and you never realize it. Like I was like, man, it's gonna take years to do anything like that, you know, like
Exactly.
I'm really doing local stuff, and then you realize it's not that hard. You just have to, if you do a good product, then just be cool with people and put yourself out there.
Yeah.
If I didn't go out there and record and put myself in doing those vlogs, I wasn't getting paid to do those vlogs. I was just going to kind of like, oh, I'm gonna go record this vlog.
You're just doing your thing, basically.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. I just taking those steps, and you get those opportunities when you just kind of like work towards it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, every single time I do a event or when I shoot something, it's always a different experience. From the weddings to like graduation shoots, and I don't know, like doing small videos for like Every Bloom Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Like that video was cool because that was their soft opening. They never announced it, but they said, "Hey, we're open now." 6th Street Coffee, that was a cool experience. I never met the guys from Popping Off Pies. It's cool because like I said, the experience is always different. A big example is Desert X.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time I go to a Desert X location, I like to bring my camera. This Desert X is happening right now. One of the exhibitions out in Desert Hot Springs, I met a fashion designer. I didn't meet him. It's funny. I looked at this guy for a good minute. I was like, "You look familiar." It's like, "I do." It's like, "I'm wearing a mask." Like, "How do you know?" It's like, "Is your name Aaron?" He's like, "How do you know my name?" His friends freaked out. I was like, "Oh, I remember you when we went to like a conference, a youth conference back in Las Vegas in 2015. He's like, "Are you Yoshi?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" It's like, we're just like, "Oh my God, it's been years." Just hugging each other. And then his buddy, he does like this. He had like this crazy like Gucci. I would say Gucci outfit, but his
Like
fit,
a cool outfit, yeah.
Dude, his fit was popping. And I was like, "Yo, you know those like those TikTok videos like." Hash a stranger, can I do a photo shoot for him? Showing my work. Okay, that's what I felt, but I feel like those videos are like not real.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm gonna plan this video out. I'm gonna ask my homies like, "Can I take a picture of you?" He's like, "Yeah." But like this was like a real,
like it turned out like
yeah. But this was like a real thing to where like I didn't ask anyone to record. I was like, "Hey," I legit asked him like, "Hey, I like your fit. Can I get some pictures of you?" And he did like all the poses I was needed. I was like, "This is like awesome. This is like perfect."
Because they're into the fashion, so they know how to pose. Because that's another thing too. Is like some people is like they don't know anything about posing or anything.
No. So like there's so many times at weddings, I would have to tell the bride or the bridesmaids or the groomsmen, pose like this. The girls get a good laugh at it. Like, put your butts out, hips on here. You're like, "Oh my God, you do it so well." I'm like, "It's not my first wedding." I'm like, posture up. It's not like picture day where you're like this.
Well, even picture day, the photographers at the schools would tell us too, like, "Hey, chin up, fucking look forward, do this,
hand over hand."
It's your job as a
just uncomfortable as a kid. Be like,
and the pictures always look awkward too. Like I feel like they always pick the worst ones. Like who the hell were these guys, man? These photographers.
My eyes open in that one. The flash kid.
Hey, those just got a big old like monopoly. Like they do every school, every year, every sports team, every freaking regular like school shoots. Like those just got a big contracts. Like
Dude, it's ridiculous.
Like,
and it's funny. I almost worked for Life Touch.
Oh, you did?
but they said no.
What? Why?
They didn't like my work.
Damn.
They didn't like my work, and I tried working for a production company out in Palm Desert. I don't want to say the name, but I sent in my portfolio. I sent them some videos, some photos, told them my experience. She's like, "Hey, are you in school?" I'm like, "Yeah." I told them my age. I was 21 at the time, and the email response I got, "You're too young for us. Sorry."
What?
I'm like, but I'm producing better videos than what you guys are doing.
That's crazy. Is it? I mean, I don't want to say it either, but is it, I think I know who you're talking about.
I worked with News Channel 3, and they took me in when I was 19.
But you would think like these production companies would want young people that are reaching out, you know, because it's like hungry people that even if you're a little raw to their eye or whatever,
like we know what's
they're gonna teach you. They're gonna like groom you into like if you're not doing what they want, they probably I want you to do this, and this, and then you already got the skills because you're showing them a portfolio and you got experience. You would think that they were like, oh yeah, cool, yeah, let's try you out at least, but that's weird,
dude. Yeah, I was like, you're too young for us. Try looking for a different company. Good luck in the future. Blah 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 blah. I don't say my real name.
That's crazy.
I was like. But I mean, it happened for a good reason. Mm-hmm. It really did happen for a good reason because I felt like I would have been stuck there and not be growing because, dude, like the stuff that I was doing back when I was 21, basically a whole last year.
Yeah.
Now I'm about to be 22, about to be 23. The stuff that I've learned within this past year has grown me not only as a creative, but as a person. And just sitting there editing, I'm learning and doing stuff that I would not think that I'd be doing, shooting ways that I'll be doing, using equipment that I would never think I'll own. Mm-hmm. Like I was like, this is cool.
What's one thing that you've been wanting to buy, as far as
equipment wise?
That you're thinking like, man, I want to do this, but maybe it's too expensive, or you don't want to take the risk.
I mean, I just bought a drone. Mm-hmm. That was something. I saw you using it. Yeah, I mean, I just bought that drone. That was something I've been wanting. Almost crashed it on the first flight.
Which drone do you get?
A DJI Mavic. It's cool. Does a job.
Yeah.
But like, if I would have to like get a lens, because I got my dream lens this past year, and I got it for a steal.
What was it?
The Canon 24-70 f2.8. Mm-hmm. So that lens goes for like $2,100.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to get a Sony 24
the G Master lens, right?
G-Master. It's also like 2 Gs. I'm like,
I got it for $1,000.
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
$1,000 and lunch.
And lunch.
Yeah, my buddy's like, yeah, just come over to my house in Anaheim. It's yours today for $1,000. Just bring lunch.
What the hell? Did you get another person?
Huh?
You knew them?
Yeah, he sold me a $400 lens for $100 and carne asada fries. So it's like the same trade that we did last time.
Yeah.
So just buy me lunch.
That's
I'm like,
cool.
Okay, done deal.
24-70 is dope because it gives you so much range. Like you got the wide.
It's a can-do lens.
If you could only get one lens, that would be it. So when I first started with film, I think it's on that camera. That's a 24-70, but it's a 4. It's a Zeiss. The f stops at 4, starts at 4. So it doesn't have any blurry background, but that's just the lens that I was all these events that I told you about. I use that lens. So.
Dude, I'm telling you, like it.
I didn't even have the best equipment. I was doing
It's not about the equipment. It's really not about the equipment. The one thing that I get really irritated nowadays is that when kids say, I can't be a YouTuber, oh, I can't take this picture, or I can't make X, Y, and Z, or I can't be a creative. Just put that over everything I just said. That's false. What's in your pocket?
Dude, the phones today are so amazing. You got the wide on the new phones. Like it's insane.
Dude, it's annoying. I'm like, I remember when the first iPhone came out, and I thought that was like life changing.
Well, even looking back at like pictures on Instagram from like 2012, like everything's so trash quality. You were thinking
you put the Instagram filter. You thought you were the shit, dude. You're like,
oh, this shit looks cool.
You're all like, yeah.
It's kind of scary though. Like sometimes I'm like, our phones just gonna replace cameras in like 5 years?
That's what everyone's saying, but I'm like.
But I also feel like it doesn't.
No, because there's certain traits that a camera has that a phone doesn't. I mean, I get it. You could download apps that controls your frame rate.
Yeah.
And you could buy like attachments to where
you could
get lenses. You could get an ND filter on it. It's crazy, but I mean, going back to the equipment is that use what you have, use it to the full potential. Like I said, I had a Canon T3i. That thing is like not even probably $300 now, and I had a lens kit for the longest time, 18 to 135. I used that to my full potential. I landed side jobs. I landed a few weddings. I landed a side contract with a friend of mine at the time, and we did weddings from here in the valley all the way to Santa Barbara.
Nice.
And literally, I even rented equipment if I needed. So I had a crop sensor camera with an L series lens, so it looked stupid. But I used my limited resources to its max. Correct. And then now I'm reflecting. I have a full frame camera. I have 2 L series lenses. I have this, and that, and I just built my way up.
I think it definitely doesn't matter to start, because you can start, like you say, you start with your phone. That's how I started my YouTube. So I've been making videos for a long time, not professionally, probably since like 2017, 2018. Okay. But before that, it was always my first YouTube upload was in 2007. 2007, and it was all for fun. Like that one was a project for high school. It was for the Bell game, India versus CV, the football game.
Oh yeah.
And that's my very first YouTube video. It was it wasn't even a film class, because Indio had a film class, but I took a video productions. It was mostly producing videos for the morning announcements. It was weird. It was because it wasn't broadcasting, but we would make videos. It was weird.
They'll play it in the
announcements,
in the classroom announcements.
So we would do edits and they'd play on the announcements. So
they did that in my middle school too.
Yeah, it was something like that. So in that class, that's what I learned. It was Windows Movie Maker. That's what we learned. That's what we were using in that class, bro.
That's worse than iMovie.
It's worse than what you have in your phone now.
Yeah, I mean, literally, just use what you have.
So I used to have a camera. My family had a camera, and we have a lot of footage of like. It was mostly during family, like birthday parties. It was someone's birthday, we would record that.
Yeah.
There's a whole ass car show outside.
Hell yeah, player. Shoot.
I got cars outside. Anyway, so I started with that. Then in 2007, I uploaded maybe like, I say 20 videos from 2007 to like 2014.
That's actually a lot.
Random videos.
Okay.
Sometimes with my friends, sometimes doing not even edited videos, sometimes it'd be dumb stuff.
Just like a clip.
So I've been a fan of YouTube for so long. And then in 2015, me and my friend, I was like, I want to start a YouTube channel. Like I already had a channel because I was uploading stuff. I was like, this is kind of fun, and I see people making that their career. Like that's what I want to do. I want to be like on full time on YouTube eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I had that. I had that dream too.
Yeah,
it's not easy.
It's not easy, but it's doable if you have a right strategy. So I did my YouTube strategy. I'll tell you my YouTube strategy in a little bit. Let me go back to so. When I started the YouTube channel, we had an iPhone 4S. We didn't have a tripod. My friend had to stand there and record us like this.
Just like as tight as possible.
The small little phone, and then all shaky. And that was like my first YouTube videos. And then just by doing so many YouTube videos, like it was like doing movie reviews, book reviews, UFC fights. We were just doing videos. It was me and my friend Ryan. Random videos everywhere. And then learning how to edit. Then I finally got a Mac. I was editing on my phone too, on iMovie.
You're just like,
I was trying to crop stuff. Then I got a Mac, and it was just iMovie. Then I bought Final Cut. Then the first camera that I bought was a Nikon, like the red Nikon. I don't even remember the.
Oh, I know. I remember seeing that at Best Buy. I remember seeing that at Best Buy.
With like a or whatever lens. I had that one for maybe 2 years, and then I finally, when I first invested, it was a Sony A7 III, 7R3. So that's like the first camera. But I didn't buy that one in until I was already doing videos for like 3 or 4 years. So, so the equipment doesn't matter to start, because you got to learn everything.
Yeah, I mean,
but I think equipment does matter once you get to like professional.
It does. Gig. But just to start, just start creating. I mean, kids are making like TikToks from their phones.
Now, the crazy edits they do.
Yeah, kids are doing like. You post a video on your story, you're basically starting right there.
Yeah.
I mean, just start. It's not about the crazy equipment yet, but just to start, just start. Like, enjoy the process, have fun with it.
And worst case scenario, nothing happens with all the videos you make, or it's vlogs, it's videos for other people. You have all this like imprint online of your life. Like looking back, I could look back right now at a video from like 2015 and it's like, oh, I look like that. Like I was talking about those subjects. Like I was dumb back then or this. And you have that like documented, you know, like right now you ask somebody, do you have a video of yourself 7 years ago? They're going to say no. And it's like, you're documenting your life. So 30 years from now, when you look back, you could show your kids, oh, like this is me making videos. This is how I look like, you know, like I wish I could see videos of my parents when they were in their 20s, you know, like that would be kind of cool seeing them doing vlogs and of course we want to build our channels, build our brand and get paid and do all this stuff. But if it doesn't happen, you at least document for, I don't know, future generations, for yourself, learning different stuff and keeps your creative juices going.
You know what? As a creative, I've hit a stump. Not once, but like a good handful of times to where I was making a good amount of money with gigs. And then someone asked me to do something for free or even for cheap. I'm like, no. And I was like, wait, I started this because it was a passion rather than I was just chasing the money. And I was like, okay, no, let's do it, make it, and then get more clients from there.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of creators get stuck at, is that they'll land 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 contracts. They'll knock it out. They'll get a good amount of money, and then they'll get caught up in the money making process rather than the reason why you started. I get it. We got to eat. Yeah. But at the same time, you got to remember why you started doing it, because then you'll get tired of it.
And I that's good that you said that too, because I do a lot of work where I don't get paid what it's worth, but I do it because it's like, I know I want to do it a lot of times. So it happens mostly with music videos.
Yeah.
Music videos, because I've done, I think like 6 music videos now. I don't get paid. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, what's your budget? And then they have like almost no budget. But I'm like, okay, let me, I'm like, okay, let me pay. So I rather get the money so I could help pay like my assistants. I'm like, oh, I'll pay my assistant. I don't have a drone, but I get a drone person every time because I want to get a drone. I've been wanting to get a drone, but it's like I'd rather outsource it to somebody else and like just focus on the other stuff. So I like to involve other people, and the more people you involve, I feel like it's cooler when it's like a bigger production. So
yeah,
for my music videos, like the profit's not there. I'm not doing it like there's no way I would do it for the money, like the hours and the time. But I'm doing it because I want to like try to create something better every time.
Correct.
Try different stuff.
You want to get better every single shoot.
And since they don't have a lot of big budgets, I tell them like, oh, could I do something? Can I edit it the way I want, or can I do this? And then they usually say yes and stuff. So that's one of the things. It's like you do these projects. Yeah, then you're not making the money, but people watch that video, and then I get hit up for other people like, oh, can you do a video of this? Can you do a video of that? And you're investing your time, but then that investment turns into way more projects, and you get better. So there is a benefit to it.
Yeah, there is a lot of benefits to it. I mean, I do a video for that video I did for Everbloom. I landed like 3 more people.
Yeah,
I was like, cool, sweet, thank you. It's like, cool, more clientele, because like we're getting towards like the summer and it's getting hot. It's kind of hot to go outside and shoot.
Yeah,
our cameras are overheating,
and then you don't even feel like going to shoot sometimes. You're just like, oh man, it's gonna be hot. Your gimbal, do you use a gimbal?
I don't actually. All my videos, I'm all handheld.
Handheld?
I'm all handheld.
I did a lot of gimbal work, but I love handheld way better now.
There's so much that you're able to like.
Because, yeah. And it's like you just high freaking frame rate, and just you're able to slow it down in post and do everything. So
exactly, just ramp it up or ramp it down.
And I mean, you're not gonna be stable. You're still trying to stay stable when you're doing your motions. So
yeah, that's why you shoot 60 or 120.
I like to shoot 60 for the most part. I like to shoot 24 when it's gonna be like a video, like if I'm
correct, yeah,
talking. Because I had a lot of struggles. It was a hard learning progress when I was doing the podcast, bro. When I first started this podcast, because it wasn't connected to the computer, so it was actually just recording on one camera and recording another camera, and then I fuck up, and this one will be on 60, that one will be on 24. Oh my god, the editing was a nightmare, bro.
I tried slowing down 24.
Oh my god. Oh, the choppy, missing frames.
I was like, what's happening?
It's like Peter Schiffer makes this look so
I was like, we need to reshoot this video. I was like, why? What happened? I was like, I messed up. Because when I first discovered about 24, I was like, yeah, this is cool.
It's realistic. It's like the movies.
I forgot to change it to 60. I was like, welp. I screwed up.
And 120 is so cool too. Like, it just, I don't know, it makes it look surreal. Like, when you slow it down, it just, everything's so nice. I want to get the new, what is it, A7 IV? It shoots like,
That thing's expensive.
I know. Or do you see the new one? What's A1?
Yeah, the A1.
Sony A1. It's like almost 10K. I'm like, fuck.
I'm all Canon.
Oh,
I'm all
you're a
Canon.
Canon.
I'm
guy.
all Canon. I'm all Canon.
Right now, I kind of want to get lenses first before I get a new camera. This camera, that was the camera I lost. I lost this camera.
You lost a camera?
I lost it at the cemetery, bro. I was doing a music video there.
Okay.
So it was a scene because a girl, she wanted the songs about her life or whatever. She lost her daughter. Mm-hmm. She was like a baby. So she wanted to record a scene of her taking flowers to the baby. And then leaving, I put the camera in the back of the truck, like on the side. You know, like the trucks have the bed?
Yeah.
On the back, right behind the window.
Yeah.
I put it there. Then I started loading like my backpack, my tripod. Then I got distracted, and then I went around like the opposite way, and I got in the truck, and the camera was in the back. I drove off.
So the camera fell off the truck?
And then I got here to the studio. We had another shoot, like another scene to shoot, and then we came here to pick some stuff up. And then I was like, oh, let me get the camera to put it on the Ronin, because I was charging the Ronin.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, where's the camera? And I looked all over my truck. I was like, damn, I think I left it. Then I drove back to the cemetery. The camera was gone. I looked everywhere, and then I sent my two friends to go do the shoot. While I stayed looking for it. I walked the whole cemetery. I drove around. I asked people, like the groundskeeper. I asked like some dude selling flowers outside. I was like, anybody seen a camera? And then I was like, damn, this is gone. So I came back over here defeated. Not only, well, the camera is expensive, but mostly like I had maybe 3 or 4 events on that memory card that hadn't even backed up. Not even backed up. I was like, damn, man. And it was like, one of them was a wedding. It wasn't like a full wedding, but it was a wedding pictures. They had like a court marriage, and they wanted wedding pictures.
Still.
And I was like, damn, I felt so bad for them. Like, yeah, cameras, like it's a lot of money, but you lose that footage forever, you know? Mm-hmm. So I posted on Instagram, like, hey, $500 reward. And I was like, I lost my camera today at the cemetery. If anybody's seen the camera. And I got like so many people shared it. I got probably like 150 shares, bro, on that post.
I love it. I love our community.
The community was amazing. Everyone was just sharing it. It's like $500 reward. And then I was like, my fear was like some humble Mexican that doesn't even have social media is gonna find it. And I'm never gonna freaking see my camera ever again. But the next morning, I get a phone call, and it's like this dude's like, oh hey, we saw my daughter found a camera yesterday, and she says that you're doing a reward or something. I was like, oh yeah, I think it is. He's like, could you send me a picture? And that dude ghosted me because he's like, I'm at work. I left the camera at home, but I'll take a picture like at 5 p.m. So the whole day I'm just stressing.
You're just like,
I'm like, man, I'm waiting for this dude to send me the picture. Then he finally got off work. He sent me the picture, and it was this camera. And then I guess his daughter found it at the cemetery, and her friend had sent her the Instagram post of the reward. So I ended up paying the $500 to get the camera.
okay.
I gave it to the daughter. The guy's like, yeah, you just give it to my daughter. And it was like so cool. Like I got it the day after. And the only thing that was
Was that fast of a process?
It was so
Damn.
it was the luckiest like stuff ever, bro. And then the thing with where you put the freaking flash and all that stuff, it's damaged. So it fell.
The shoe's damaged?
Yeah, it bent it. That's damaged. And on the bottom I had the thing for the tripod. That thing broke, but that's it. The lens didn't break. The camera was intact, so the only thing that happened was this got broken and the bottom part. So it probably landed like that, and
it
then
still works.
And it works perfect.
It still works.
The camera still works. I got the camera back. I got the footage back. So that 500 reward, I was able to like get the money back by finishing those projects. Like, so I finished those projects and I got the money to, so it wasn't out of pocket.
Yeah.
And just lucky to have the camera, bro. It was crazy, like the craziest experience ever.
I've never experienced anything like that. I would like cry, and I don't cry. I'm like that's like my baby. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, and I've had it for 2.5 years. I bought it late 2018, so I want to say almost 3 years now. 19, 20, and then about 3 years, less than 3 years, but yeah, like it's been my go-to camera. Like, and I haven't bought a camera since. I have that one, the A6500. That was actually her camera, but I ended up buying it from her. I haven't paid her, but don't let her know.
She asleep?
I think so.
She's not moving.
She's not coming out. Our producer fell asleep. Our Jamie, young Jamie over there. Let me see if I can show her. Oh wait, it's on the other camera. Goddamn. Anyway, yeah. So I lost my camera. Crazy, bro. And then, so my next focus is I want to keep getting lenses. I have a 24 G Master.
Jeez.
24 G Master,
Jesus.
which probably not the best purchase.
Really?
It's great, but I don't know. I feel like I could have used that money to get the 24 to 70
Oh, okay.
instead. I think it's more useful. 24 is nice, but
You want something tied in sometimes?
I want to. Yeah, it's like it's switching lenses, or you have to get super close, and it is not bad, but it's like sometimes I don't want to be in their space. You know, it's like depending on the client.
Like I want an 85.
85.
I want an 85 so bad.
The best, not the best one, but my friend has a Sigma 70 to 200, 2.8.
If it's a Sigma Art series, it's good.
That's
what I
good.
was using.
That's
I was
a
using
great
I was
lens.
using an 18 to 35 for like the longest time.
Mm-hmm. He has one of those too. He has all Sigma lenses. He has a 18 to 35. He has the. Does he have? He has the 70 to 200, and he has a 35 prime or art. Just a
God,
35.
those. I have a 35
The
too,
art
but
series.
it's Canon L series. I'm telling you,
The L is the best ones.
it is. I never knew the L stands for legacy.
Yeah, those are the best lenses.
I never knew it.
Yeah.
So my mom was like, you know the L stands for legacy? Oh, that was just a legend.
I just saw the red circle. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, if you had the red circle on your lens, you're the shit.
Yeah, that's like the best one. The lens I want to get 24-70, and then after that I want to get a 70 to 200.
That's the one I want too, bro.
The Sony is they have a f4, but then the 2.8, and it comes in white, like it looks almost like a sports photography lens. That one seems dope. I want to get that one because it's just like pictures. It looks so sick. What 30 or 85? That's the one you're gonna get.
Yeah, I want a 35.
Portraits.
Yeah, because it goes down to like 1.4.
Yeah.
And my adjustable ND filter, I got that Peter Mckinnon adjustable ND filter from F2 to 5. That thing is money.
That one, the shade for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I have one for the 24.
expensive. $250.
The one I saw, the YouTuber Manny Ortiz.
Mm-hmm.
He did a Sony 105. Yeah, 105, like 1.4 or something like that. Like that thing looks crazy for portraits. Like 105, you just the
It's
depth
dumb.
of field and the background's
And then if
insane.
you shoot at night, the bokeh.
Yeah, it's just insane. Like those lenses are so expensive. Oh, you know what? I want to get the Lua freaking the ant
Lua.
lens, the little like probe
Oh,
lens.
it's like-
the probe lens. Yeah,
Okay, Daniel Schiffer.
that one's hard, bro. You could do so many cool shit. And then we'll be testing it out here.
Do a pizza.
For the pizza guy, you could have put the shit in the oven at the 6th Street. You could have used that shot right there, bro.
Rats.
Oh, that's why that one's cool, but it's like it's hard because you want to spend all this money on lenses, and it's like every lens is cool because most of them, as long as you have your main ones, then everything else is kind of like you don't need it, but it would make cool shots, and those cool shots when you're doing a video, they kind of make the difference sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the next time I get is 24-70 G Master. That's the next one. I'm
I'm
getting.
telling you, ever since I got my 24/7, it's like been like amazing.
That's the best.
I don't need to like walk too far or get up and close to person with people. I wish I had that when I was shooting the concerts because the 1835, I was like
35 is just not.
no, it wasn't really doing as much. I mean, there's some shots that I have on my social media of the artists I shot, and it was perfect.
What was
But-
that event?
Which one?
I don't know. There was one I saw. He did like, it was like a purple background.
So there's two events
Or which events have you done?
So the
This guy.
two concerts I did, the first one. Which one? I think the first one was Mike Tyson's concert, the Kind Festival.
Oh, here, yeah,
Yeah, in
And
DHS.
DHS.
So my
I couldn't
friend
go that day, man.
My friend Marin, she knew the guy that was putting the event together with Mike Tyson. She said, bring your camera, come with me. And when we asked you with so and so. So I go in there, camera. So they check my bag. It's like, are you with media? I'm like, yeah. Totally faked it. It's like, where's your pass? They're gonna give it to me inside. It's like, all right, you're good. I was like, I'm inside.
That's crazy.
I'm inside. Are you kidding me? And then I bring out my camera. This lady just shoved my lens down. I was like, where's your media pass? I'm like, I haven't gotten it. It's like, oh, let's get a contract signed in the back and get your media pass. It's like, good. So I got it. And then within that time, so it was the first 3 songs of each artist that we were allowed in the photo pit.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did for Reach the Flare, ASAP Ferg, and Miguel. My God, seeing Miguel live, oh my God.
Was that 2019?
Yes.
Yeah, 2019.
Because that was the last year of Coachella Fest.
Yeah.
And then months later rolls, and my friend David is working at, what's the hotel that's off of Cook Street and Country Club? Is it the Marriott?
Oh, the nice one? Yeah.
Yes, nice one.
The nice entrance. I think so. I don't remember.
But it's whatever hotel that's on Cook and Country Club. So my buddy was working there at the time, valet. He said, hey, there's some like exclusive party that's happening and there's artists coming. You should come. Let's sneak in, bring your camera. So actually that's funny because it's 2 years since that date. Snapchat reminded me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the memories. And what happened was that it was a 2-day event. The first day event was just like a whole carnival. So there's a whole carnival at the hotel.
What the hell?
Free food, free drinks. We got kind of hammered. There's good food.
That's the best of going to events. You get free food, free drinks. The experiences are amazing. It's like you get all the perks, and then it's just amazing, dude. Like shooting events.
But we didn't have a badge. Was the problem? Everybody was wearing a badge. Mm-hmm. They're like, "Oh, where's your badge?" Like, "Oh, I left it in my hotel room here." "Oh, don't worry about it, man. Just bring it tomorrow." I was like, "Okay." Day 2 rolls in of the festival, and this was like in between Coachella Fest weekend 1 and 2, I believe. And what happened was that, hey, today is the show day of the artists. Bring your camera, bring your A game, wear all black clothes. We're gonna sneak in again, and we did it. We went in the back, went through like some bushes. Security saw us like, "Why you come in the bushes?" In between the food trucks. I'm like, "Oh, I was on a phone call over there." I totally faked everything.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. Where's your badge? "Oh, it's in my hotel room." I don't want to go get it, man. It's far. It's like, all right, enjoy your night.
Damn, that's crazy.
And then
That they saw you and they still let you in.
bro, I was like, oh my God, this is happening.
It's like, do you ever see those? It was like some videos where they're like, you could get in anywhere with a ladder. You ever see that? Have you seen those videos?
No.
Yeah, it'll be like some dudes. They'll be like, oh, you could get. It was like a. I mean, it might have been a vlog. So they walk into a movie theater like with a ladder. Excuse me.
Oh, yeah,
And people
yeah.
walk in the door or like anything. Like you just, as long as you have a ladder.
Your
people,
maintenance?
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, go ahead. You have a hard hat. You get in with the ladder. Same with the cameras. Like, oh no, I'm just shooting the event. Media, you know, like.
Yeah, so it was a super private event. So I think that the lineup was Gwen Stefani, Usher.
Oh, you did
and,
see pictures of Usher.
Yeah, it was Gwen Stefani, Usher, and J Balvin.
Oh damn.
Yeah, this is when J Balvin was not as famous too, about 2 years ago.
He was still pretty famous though at that time.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
He was the best. He was probably my favorite one out of 2019 Coachella.
Okay.
He had the best performance that fucking, at least on Saturday. Even he was better than Bad Bunny for sure.
Yeah,
J Balvin was hard, and then he started playing throwbacks. Man, that was amazing.
bro, banger, right?
That is
but
bad.
dude, I'm literally just shooting these artists. Like I said, like I would I just go back to like I would never think I would shoot these people, and here I am shooting, and they're in my portfolio now. It's like holy crap.
Yeah.
So then I could actually say to myself, I'm a concert photographer.
No, and you could that opened so many doors because they're like, damn, this dude shot these people, or this dude did video for these people. Like that's crazy, and it gives you credibility that even like you could be the best, but then some people still would want to see that kind of shit. You know, like, oh, you've done what have you done? You know, like,
Yeah, I've done this, and
and
that.
then they're like, oh damn, you're big time. All right, cool. Let's work. Let's do this. Let's do that.
Yeah.
And it's like vanity metrics, I guess, but it works. You know, you'll get more gigs out of it, and And then those experiences, no one could take them away from you.
Exactly. I mean, I'm telling you, those experiences are never the same. They're always different every single time I bring out my camera, or even I'm just like talking about it. Like this podcast is a different experience from the last one that I did.
Do you take your camera everywhere you go? Is it always like in your car? Like you're or do you like some? It depends. Or
Yes and no. I'm at the point to where I bring it 90% of the time.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hi.
I'll bring it like 90% of the time, but if I really don't need it, or I'm just trying to have a good time with my buddies, I won't bring it.
yeah, no. It's also like I don't like to leave it in the car or whatever because it gets hot.
It's hot.
It gets hot, or I mean, you could run the risk of somebody like breaking in, but it's mostly like you don't want it to get damaged.
Correct.
Yeah, I definitely like to just store it away.
That's why I got this thing.
I just got an Osmo Pocket.
How's that?
That shit's amazing, bro.
I saw you with that on at 6th Street. You were like,
Oh yeah, I did get some shots. Let me get it. She fell asleep. She's a producer.
You want me to take over?
Here you go. Here's the Osmo Pocket. So like,
dude, it's small.
so you could record yourselves, and then it tracks you. It's like a stabilizer, And then watch. Like it's recording already. It could do 4K. It could do 1080. You could do 120 frames. It could do time lapses. It could do
Dude, this is cool.
hyperlapse. It could do all kinds of stuff, bro. And it's badass. Like I love it. The only problem is I broke the lens. I broke the shield or so the red part is supposed to have like a glass. I broke it the day I bought it.
How?
It fell from my hand, and I was like, oh shit, it fell. I got out the car, and then I picked it up, and the glass was shattered. I was like, oh my god. So I got insurance. I just haven't sent it in, but so far it's worked. It's definitely gonna get scratched, the lens, because the lens is exposed. So
Oh yeah.
definitely, I'm waiting for it to like stop working. I'm gonna send it in, but I mean, don't tell DJI this.
It
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Not without the insurance covers any accidents. And
DJI, please sponsor.
sponsor us and give us
please.
a new one because this shit. But this is amazing. Like I take it. I started doing some vlog. It's hard to vlog. I'm not into vlogs as well. Like I don't know. It's just I'm not comfortable with it that much. So on my YouTube channel, I made like 6 vlogs with it recently.
It's like I told you, I don't like hearing myself when I edit. I'm editing like, man, my voice really sounds scratchy that day.
Do you ever make YouTube videos?
I mean, if I have a project that in mind that I have, yeah, I'll do it. Because I know I have a lot of ideas, but it only comes to where I actually make the idea onto paper, and then I shoot it, and then I edit it. My last video that I uploaded to my YouTube channel, it was the camera that started everything, which was a project for my film production 1 class this past semester.
Is that the little camera that you?
Yeah, so it's funny. My professor gave me a C on it, or like a B minus. Everybody loved it.
Why he give you a C? What was wrong with it? Is that video still up on YouTube?
It wasn't properly made in production. It was not based on your script because I had to go through a whole different idea, and I was like, screw y'all. I passed the class though.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
How's that class? Was there other people that are like beginners, or there's other people that are pretty cool?
So technically, film production 1 is the beginning, like raw beginning. Film production 2, advanced film, is supposed to be more technical. With the whole pandemic that's happening,
It's all online.
it sucks because I knocked out my general ed classes so I could focus on my film classes and be in the lab, which is our hands-on time with the cameras. And with COVID hitting this past year, all of our lab time is literally us home. It's funny because I opened up my laptop, the first class, all right guys, pretend you have a camera.
What?
I'm like,
That's ridiculous.
okay. There's a button on the right that should say record. I'm like,
Dude,
I grabbed my camera. I was like, you mean this?
That's cringe, bro.
And it's funny because we're going through a gear checklist in my video production class 2 and post production. They said, all right, we're going to go through every person who has what and who doesn't. Because COD provides like Rebel cameras for rental. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me?
If you have your own camera, are you allowed to use it?
Yeah, correct. And like I said I have a Canon 6D Mark II 24-70 L. I would consider myself as a beginning filmmaker. I have a 35 L series lens. One of my professors was like, I'm gonna stop him right there. He's intermediate. No beginner has L series lenses. I was like, okay, cool. And then my other class, my professor's like, why do you have better gear than I do?
What?
And you're my student.
That's crazy.
I'm like,
I was about to ask you, like, what kind of gear do you guys use there? So it's just the most basic stuff. I would think they would have some high end, fucking Alexa and
no. Film production 1, we're supposed to use iPads
for editing,
for recording and editing and iMovie. And then film production 2, we're supposed to use like the little Canon Rebel cameras that you could get your son or daughter for Christmas.
Yeah,
I'm saying that because I got one for Christmas. But it's so weird. But then film production 2, we're gonna use the lights, gonna use that.
Could you jump like from? Is there like a test where you?
There is a capstone. I try to take it, but my one of the professors hate me. Like they hate me to my guts. Because I would respond. It was an 8 a.m. lecture in Palm Springs. I live in Indio. I drove 30 minutes for a lecture in the morning, and then I'll be wearing sweats, a hoodie, and just be in the back like, Yoshi, did you do the project? Yeah, I did. It's like, can you put more emotion in that? No.
Damn.
So he hated my guts.
Yeah.
So I asked him, can I take the capstone? I was like, did you go to Cat City High School and take a film class there? I'm like, no. It's like, then that's a no. I'm like, can I show you my work? Nope.
That's crazy. They wouldn't even let you take a test.
No.
And they do that for math and English. Like if you pass, I feel like if you have basic editing and basic knowledge of like f-stops and
yeah, it's like jumping a grade.
Yeah, like you should be able to test into like the higher post-production classes. You know, like
post-production.
So how was the first class you took? Because there was that like completely
So we're in the class. How to edit a video. You get the mouse, you drag it to the razor cut tool, and you drag it to your timeline, and you cut it. I'm like, and I forget to unmute my mic. I'm like, you could just press C for the quick command. She's like, oh, you could do that? I didn't know that. I'm like, I know this, and you're my professor? I'm like,
yeah, you should definitely, you should have talked to like counselors to test out of it. I feel like they should just give. I don't know. There should be a way to test into.
I'm just doing this for fun. I'm just getting a degree so I could have it in hand. I'm bold in what I do.
A degree is it's one of those the same we were talking about, like your portfolio. You have pictures of celebrities and you've done this backstage stuff.
I'm too young.
But then you have the degree. It's like they can't tell you anything. So like, that's sometimes a barrier. Like you don't have a degree or you don't have like, you know, the accolades. But
yeah,
having that, even though you don't need it, like it could get you in the door at certain places.
Correct. I mean, I just want to have something in hand.
Do you ever wanted to go to a film school, like actual LA film school?
I almost went to the LA film
sale?
school. I almost went to the LA film school when I got out of high school. But it was too expensive.
That's expensive.
Because it was on like Sunrise Boulevard or something like that. I was like, rent, there's the classes, the lab, there's housing, food, all this other stuff. I was like, too much. I was gonna go D1, D2 rugby. I started getting hurt.
Oh man.
I was like, had an asthma attack, dislocated my shoulder, slight tear in my left MCL. I was like, yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, no, but I mean, yeah, you don't have to. I feel like it's something I would like to take one of those like like a professional film class.
Yeah,
but also something that's more like that, like a professional, not taking those beginner courses, because that's just a waste of time.
Bro,
in my opinion.
I'm in there.
Like,
I'm like,
I'm gonna go in there. Like,
how to turn on a camera on? I'm like,
how to detach your lens and add a new lens.
No, that's what happened.
No.
So in one of my film classes, we had a test, how to build a rig. I was like, all right, done. It was like,
yeah,
so weird.
It sucks, but it's like, I guess if you're a beginner, those people do need help. Like if you're just you've never taken you don't even know how to use a camera and you take those classes, that's what those classes are for those people.
Correct.
But it's like if you're an expert, I just think it's a waste of time.
It is. I mean, they said so many people ask me, "How do you take off a lens off your camera?" I'm like, the button. It's like, which button? That button I'm pointing at.
It says, what does it say? I don't even know what it says. Release.
No, there's on my camera. It's just a thick button. Just
This one's a button, but I don't know if it says anything on it.
Sony.
Hey, bro, Sony videos. I like Sony just because video. Like I told you, I focus more on video than pictures. And Sony
The
videos,
color signs is nice behind it though.
Yeah, I love fucking videos, bro. It's so good. Right now, I actually gotta go film a video after this. I'm going to one of the things I like to do the most is event parties, like kind of like not weddings, but just like people hire me for parties. I did one. It was like a 90s theme, 2000s theme.
Okay.
And I made them like it almost looked like a music video. Like that shit came out bad. I'll show you. Let me see if I can pull it up so you can see it. Like it came out amazing. I might not be able to play it just because there's copyright. You have to watch it. I'll show it to you after. But
yeah.
No, like just highlights and party highlights.
Yeah, I'm doing that in 2 weeks at Rancho 51.
Mm-hmm. There.
It's a wine and date event. So there's wine and dates.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay.
Is that on the 25th or something like that? Sunday 25th?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, I saw the flyer. The lady hit me up, or she sent it to me. She's like, "Oh, we're having this event." I don't know what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
They say all the vendors are gonna make food based on dates or something like that. That's what she said.
I better get a date. Shoot. If I don't, I'll be sad.
So you're gonna go? That's the event you're gonna be doing over there?
Yeah, I'll be doing that, and then I got a photo shoot literally at that same location the next day for my friend's graduation, and then got another video shoot that same week for another client. So literally the last week of April, like I said earlier, if I was showing you my calendar, the last 2 weeks of April, I'm packed. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because the 29th is my birthday. Then the 30th, I fly out to Sacramento to go see family.
Yeah.
So, a little birthday getaway. Mm-hmm. Flights are so cheap right now.
Yeah, no one's traveling.
Bro, $146 for a round trip.
Round trip? That's crazy.
I was like, birthday present.
How's the flight? Like, how long does it take from here to? Or where do you fly from, Ontario?
I'm flying from PSP, from Palm Springs to, I have a layover in Utah. A 2.5 layover in Utah.
Utah?
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's not straight? That's crazy.
No, that's what I said. Like, if I would drive from here to Sacramento, it's about 6 to 8 hours, but my flight is 6 hours.
What?
So I'm like, it's whatever.
Yeah, I guess at least go visit some Mormons over there. You ever seen the Book of Mormon? I got to see the musical Book of Mormon.
No, I every time I think of Utah, I think of South Park.
Yeah, that's like too. Utah, South Park, like every time, bro. Have you ever get to see that? Do you like musicals?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, I love musicals. Like most people, I don't know. Most people don't like musicals. Like I love watching musicals. La La Land, like all that shit. The one that sucked was the Cats, but we don't talk about cats.
I'm allergic.
You're allergic to
I'm
cats.
allergic.
I went to the movie. I heard it was like terrible. It had like 0% Rotten Tomatoes or whatever.
That's actually kind of bad.
And then I was like, I gotta go see it. It can't be that bad, but it was that bad, bro. It was just like the worst CGI in the world. Do you ever see clips from that movie?
I saw something on Twitter.
Like the CGI was terrible.
It doesn't like anything with cats. I don't like. I'm not a cat person.
I don't really care about cats either. Just the Tiger King documentary. Did you see that one?
No, I still haven't seen it.
You still haven't seen Tiger King?
No, I saw the Ghost Adventures of it though. That was wild.
I didn't see that. What is that?
It's like these guys are hunting for ghosts or something like that. It was weird.
The Tiger King documentary, like that was like craziness. That's what kind of like kept us engaged last year with when the pandemic first started. Mm-hmm. That was like the most trendy fucking thing ever for like a month.
Everybody was just on Netflix and Hulu and everything else.
Dude, like everything just changed, bro. Like even in this podcast. So 2019, I started the podcast. I was doing interviews with like locals, Steve, other people.
Yeah, you were actually at 6th Street for that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did. The audio sucked back then. But whatever.
It's a process.
I was doing it. I was literally recording with the Rode, just the Rode, one Rode for both people.
Oh, the shotgun mic?
Yeah, and the audio just sucked, bro. But at least I was doing it, putting myself out there.
Yeah.
And that led to so many connections. So, yeah, I'm not, like, even on this podcast, most of them don't get a lot of views. Some of them do. but you make connections. So like every guest, like I'm pretty sure we'll end up working on some projects in the future.
Yeah, I'm with it.
And someone that watches this, like, it'll lead to more gigs, it'll lead to something else, more connections.
It's a whole. That's what the podcast. It's networking. Yeah.
So the podcasting is just networking. It's sitting down with somebody. And last year I didn't do that many podcasts because it was all Zoom, and it didn't feel right.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. And I'm doing some through Zoom now, but it's just better when it's in person.
Yeah. Dom asked me, "Do you want to do it through Zoom or be in person?" I'm like, dude. In person. Like I do so many Zoom meetings throughout the whole week.
Yeah,
I'm tired of it.
Yeah, no, it's well, I'm glad you came on the podcast to do it here.
Yeah, dude, thanks for having me here. It's tight.
You're probably the third person that I've done a podcast with here, because I told you
that's my lucky number.
Yeah,
that's my lucky number.
So it's been low key, and this is a good podcast. It was really cool. So, where can people find you on Instagram, on social media, YouTube?
At Yoshi Dizzle on Instagram, YouTube.
You gotta start posting more YouTube videos. Do you at least post your finished work on there?
I should.
I mean, you already did the edit.
I just got to export as a YouTube. So Instagram, you can find me at Yoshi Dizzle. Mm-hmm. And then YouTube, you can find me at I am Yoshi. I just thought I am Weasel, so I am Yoshi.
Yeah.
So you guys can find me there. I don't post much on YouTube, but I think I'm gonna start doing it. Thanks to you. Thanks to Angel.
Like, I have another channel where I just post my client work.
Okay.
So I have my main channel where I try to do vlogs, podcasts, Coachella videos, whatever. Then I have another channel where it's literally all client work. So I'll be like a random wedding, a random edit. Just if people, and then I send them that link. Some people, I send them the files, and then I ask them, is it okay if I post it on YouTube? And most people say yes because they want to like share it with all their friends.
No, we don't want it on YouTube.
We want it to be low key. So I think no one has said no so far because everyone wants to share it. You know,
yeah.
It's like, hey, look at my video, look at me on camera. That's people love to see themselves. That's one of the things I've learned. Have you ever had like a video where it's like, oh man, like, you feel like it's not that good, or like, man, I feel like I wish I would have got more B-roll. I wish I got more film. And then when you actually edit it, it actually turns out pretty fire. It's just
that's actually the last this last video. Mm-hmm. The first like core of it, the first third of it is just at my desk. It looks like crap. I move all these cameras and I have my little point and shoot camera, and then it goes into like the camera's like bam, and then it goes into like a whole montage of these other clips I got within the past year or two. Mm-hmm. And basically it's just explaining how this little Nikon point and shoot camera started my journey, started my career, how it ignited this fire, this hunger to continue what I'm doing today.
Yeah.
Even though I had it back in 2011. So I mean, that last YouTube video, I even showed my parents that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So my mom is first generation Filipino, mm-hmm. and she's like, "Oh my God, you did this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did." It's like, "Who's that right there? Is that Gwen Stefani?" I'm like, "Yeah, that is, Mom." Like crazy. It's cool because my parents are finally seeing my work. Mm-hmm. They're finally acknowledging my stuff. Like, I'll share it to my friends, but when I show it to my parents, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Because they see me buying camera equipment, they see me going out to events, but when they see
don't know exactly what you're doing.
When they see something that I produce, it's cool. Mm-hmm. Because my dad has always supported me, and my mom always supported me back in high school when I had my camera and when I was in yearbook too. Mm-hmm. But dude, yeah, I'm gonna start posting more on YouTube now, thanks to you.
Yeah, no, you should.
Pressure's on me now. Let's start signing tables.
For real. So, okay, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. That white camera.